Hey there, in this video we're going to take this teacup, add the storm, and have storm in a teacup. It's a couple of quick selection techniques using the marquee tool in Adobe Photoshop. Let's go and do it. All right, first up, let's go to File, let's go to Open, and in your exercise files, there's one called O5 Selections. Open that up. Okay, and open up Marquee Tool, O1 and O2. Thank you, Raw Pixel. Let's click Open. So we've got this kind of storm video and we've got this teacup. Yep, I know they have nothing to do with shoes. I've got this shoe theme going, right? But to showcase these two tools, I had to make a storm in a teacup. Anyway, so what we're going to do, the name of this project, well, I guess the project that we've been given is we need to make an Instagram post. It needs to be the square format, and we need to combine this, and into a post ready for Instagram. So an Instagram file, new. We're going to create a new document. This is the way I prefer working. And over here, an Instagram post, double check this. At the moment, it's 1080 by 1080. Okay, so 1080 pixels by 1080 pixels. It's a square post. Don't worry about resolution. Make sure it's on RGB, but that it should be like that for default. So copy everything that I've got here and click create. So let's go to this O1 tab. And let's first of all use the tool, the rectangle marquee tool. So it's the second key down. If you can't see it, you might have to click hold, okay, and grab this top option, the square one. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna drag out a selection like this, okay, and copy and paste it. But because it's going to be square for Instagram, I'm gonna go to select, deselect. And what key do I hold down on my keyboard to constrain the proportions, make the height and width the same? That's right, it is Shift. Okay, so I'm gonna hold Shift anywhere about here and drag out. Okay, and get it to kind of where I want. Now you can move the selection afterwards. Okay, so I'm holding nothing down. I'm still on that marquee tool and I can just move that selection till I find it's kind of like, I don't know, how I want it to be centered. I'm not even sure how I want it, but that's how I'm gonna do it anyway. So I've got this bit here. I'm going to go to Edit, Copy. Okay, and I'm gonna jump to this new document that we've created. It's called Untitled 1 at the moment. Let's go to Edit and let's go to Paste. Okay, so it's a little bit big, so we're going to use the Edit, Transform, Scale. Okay, or remember our Control T on a PC or Command T on a Mac. Okay, hold down the Shift key again on the corner, drag it up. Okay, I'm going to get mine close enough and hit Enter on my keyboard, and that's going to work for me. Okay, so that's a rectangle marquee tool. We've done a square. You can obviously use it for any type of rectangle. Let's look at the next one, Marquee Tool 2. Okay, and we're going to use this tool. Hold down the rectangle tool and grab the elliptical marquee tool. Like the rectangle marquee tool, I can drag out any old ellipse, okay, long, small, thin, tall, okay, but what I'm gonna do is go to select, deselect, and I'm gonna hold that Shift key down again to get a perfect circle. I'm gonna drag it out big enough, I'm not too worried. I'm gonna move it because I want the kind of eye of the storm in the middle there. And then I'm gonna use my shortcuts, okay, you can go to Edit, Copy. I'm just gonna use Command C on a Mac, Control C on a PC. Jump back into my Instagram post and hit paste, okay, or edit paste. All right, let's scale this one again. Command T on a Mac, Control T on a PC, hold Shift to get the corners to do what you want, and make it look like there's a storm in a teacup. Okay, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to, I'm holding Command T to kind of resize it and I'm moving it at the same time, okay, by dragging it anywhere but that target, okay. So I'm gonna get it kind of close. There we go, feels okay. When I get it where I want it to be. Now, if you're finding it's kind of jumping around, can you see it's just those smart guides are appearing, those pink lines, okay? If you're getting it close, remember we can use our keys on our keyboard. So I'm just tapping my down arrow on my keyboard, a little bit left, and you can just use that as for kind of like fine adjustment. Hit enter, and that, my friends, is a storm in a teacup. Now, if you are a kind of a seasoned Photoshop user and you're just kind of refreshing yourself, if you're thinking, oh, why didn't he do a layer mask? Or why didn't he, I don't know, blur the edges a little bit? We'll do that in an upcoming video. Okay, but for the moment, yeah, we're using the tools and the skills that we've got. Okay, so what I want to do is let's save this now, and I'm going to set you a little project. So let's go to File, Save. I'm going to save mine onto my desktop, and this is going to be my storm in a teacup. I always call it V1, okay, for when we do adjustments or the client comes back or I adjust it. Okay, so hit save. Maximize compatibility. Remember, that's just there to say that the file size gets a bit bigger, but it means that older versions of Photoshop are likely to be able to open this. If you are trying to keep the file size small, okay, untick that, but it might mean that if you send it to someone and opens it up in an old version of Photoshop, it might not work as well. Great, so your project is, let's go to File, let's go to Open. And in your exercise files, 05, okay, there's Marquee Tool 3. So I've given you the kind of base here. Okay, so this one's from Bridget, thank you very much. You can go check her out on Unsplash for other photographs. But what I want you to do is go and find another thing for the center here. It doesn't have to be a storm, okay, but go to something like Unsplash or find Google Images, find something that you're allowed to use. If you have access to a stock library site, or Unsplash is a good place. Another one is freeimages.com. I can't think of any else off the top of my head, but go find an image and see if you can put something in a teacup. It can be a storm, it can be anything you like, but I'd like you to make it a square frame, okay, like we did in this whole tutorial. So square with something inside of it using the elliptical marquee tool, and I'd like you to share it, okay? So post it on the projects here on this page, or in social media. In Instagram, it's bring your own laptop, tag me in it. I love to see what you do. Or on Twitter, I am Dan Loves Adobe. All right, friends, go have fun with this one, and I will see you in the next video.